Hi, I'm Nikki Lechniak, and welcome to this episode of the 502 Report. In today's world, you never know just what might happen. That's why the city and its partners are taking precautions to keep the community safe in the case of a large-scale emergency.
I will declare this good deed done.
And with that, a multi-agency agreement was signed to help protect Louisville residents in the case of a bioterrorist attack.
The role of public safety is the #1 role of government, to plan for unplanned things, whether it's something like this, whether it's a tornado coming through our city. We need to be ready, which means that we need to be planning and thinking about it, practicing to build skill.
Louisville is one of 2 cities in the United States to partner with the Postal Service to deliver life-saving antibiotics door-to-door within 48 hours of a large-scale emergency, like an anthrax type of threat.
We know if we get the medication to them within that 48-hour time period, the risk of illness and the risk of death from the exposure is significantly decreased. And so we see this as an opportunity to build upon our already existing infrastructure we have for responding to these emergencies.
More than 300 letter carriers in Jefferson and Bullitt counties volunteered to be part of this program, demonstrating their dedication to the community.
This commitment by our dedicated employees reaffirmed the trust that we, the American public, have put in our letter carriers. It shows that they truly care about the health and well-being of our customers.
And more paths will soon help residents pave the way towards staying healthy and fit. The Louisville Loop, a soon-to-be 100-mile multi-use path around the city, now has an official beginning and end.
The portion of Waterfront Park that drew the greatest amount of interest and public attention has always been this little bitty ramp that goes up to the Big 4 bridge.
Mile marker 0 for the loop is located at the base of the Big 4 circular ramp, which will soon give pedestrians and bicyclists a safe route between Louisville and Indiana.
Not only will you see this as the beginning of the mile marker 0, but also an incredible connection to southern Indiana, so that really projects like this become regional in nature and not just the 100-mile loop around Louisville.
So far, 23 miles of the loop is complete, making it easier than ever to stay active and healthy around Louisville. A new signage system will help offer information on attractions and amenities along the way.
It's a cycling venue, it's part of a transportation network, and it's a way for people to connect with each other, with neighborhoods, with work, with schools, and with parks.
How will the path be kept up? A Loop Watch group of more than 100 members is poised and ready to report any maintenance or safety issues. If you'd like to know more about the Loop, visit louisvilleloop.org. While bridging the funding for the Ohio River project hasn't been easy, representatives from both sides have come to an agreement, one that'll have everyone getting out their wallets. Representatives from both sides of the river recently sat down at the table to make a promise.
All of us from the authority appreciate everything you all have done to get us here today.
They signed a memorandum of agreement making each state responsible for covering the cost of the Ohio River Bridges project.
Tolling is not our preferred financing option. It's the only way, and I'll emphasize that, it's the only way that this project will get built, given the decreased federal support for major transportation projects in states across the country. We simply cannot wait any longer for Washington to solve our problems.
As part of the agreement, both sides will benefit from tolls on the bridges of between $1 and $10 to help offset the construction costs. Construction is expected to begin by the end of the year. Here's some more news from Louisville Metro. If you have 3 or more unpaid parking tickets, you have until May 7th to pay them off or risk having an immobling device or boot put on your vehicle. Now, even if your car is parked illegally, the car will receive a boot. Before, vehicles could only be booted if they were parked illegally. Right now, there are more than 19,000 customers with 3 or more outstanding citations who owe a total of $3.3 million in Jefferson County. You can pay tickets online at louisvilleky.gov/park, in person at 430A South 3rd Street, or by calling 502-569-6222. This new 7,600 square foot and state-of-the-art library is open and serving Fairdale area residents.
So many good things start in libraries and continue in libraries. And libraries in today's world are not just going and getting a book, right? It's It's a community center. It's a place for job seekers. It's a place where the entire community comes together and defines itself.
Councilwoman Vicki Aubrey Welsh, Mayor Greg Fisher, and other community leaders joined neighbors to officially open the city's newest branch location.
I think it's been 50 years in coming to this wonderful facility today. And, you know, it has taken belief from so many people with so many discouragements about having a library along the way, but the people believed. The people of Fairdale have always believed, and they've always come together for the things that they want. And there's only more and more wonderful things to come.
This building offers a much larger dedicated space for computers, reading materials, and other library services than the former location at the Fairdale Plaetorium.
They wanted an open feeling to the space. When you get inside, you're going to see that is delivered 100%. People wanted lots of natural light. There's more glass in this building than almost any of our other branches. And you're going to really like the way that light comes in. People wanted it to be a green library. Well, it is that literally, of course. But it's also very smart. It's a smart building in terms of environmental measures. You'll find that we have put signs around the inside the building to show you what we've done to make this an environmentally conscious project.
A new website's available to make the WIC, or Women, Infants, and Children program, more accessible to eligible families throughout the area, to provide information on who qualifies and how to enroll, and support with breastfeeding and family nutrition. Only about half of qualified families in Jefferson County enroll in the program, so if you know anyone who's pregnant or has children under 5, they may qualify. Check out LouisvilleWIC.org for more information. Starting as low as $100,000, you can now buy homes in the most recently completed section of Liberty Green and Muhammad Ali and Jefferson Streets.
When you think about the overall planning going on in the city, from what U of L has done right over here, to what's taking place at Yum, to what's going on at the river, you can see how this is all starting to come together now.
The mixed income development offers homes in a variety of sizes to suit different income and living situations, all the way up to $430,000.
You got to love the price points here. You know, from $100,000 to $430,000. So there's something for everybody that wants to have home ownership here. So it's unusual to have that type of breadth of price points. I think the market is going to respond extraordinarily well to it.
Liberty Green replaced the old Clarksdale public housing complex and is located near the shops and restaurants of downtown's Nulu neighborhood. And a new product from General Electric is rolling off the lines at Appliance Park.
2012 bottom freezer product.
GE's new French door refrigerator will support 600 jobs. The new bottom freezer is made with lean manufacturing principles, using a cross-functioning team of employees to competitively create this product and reducing unnecessary waste in the process.
Its new product lines are helping us to increase energy efficiency, reduce energy consumption, and create hundreds of new green-oriented jobs in the process. Bottom line, GE is helping make this region and this state strong.
This production line is a $250 million investment, part of the $800 million upgrade to Appliance Park.
This $1 billion that we invest, we do so that we can make the very best products in the world, and we can satisfy our consumers, and through that satisfaction comes job security and a future.
From Facebook to Twitter, Louisville Metro government actively uses social media. Recently, the city was honored as a top 10 city for its interactivity, transparency, and accessibility through social media. In the study conducted by the University of Illinois Chicago, Louisville ranked 8th, behind cities like New York, Seattle, and Portland. The city's breaking news is often shared on social media sites first, and government meetings like Virtual Talk to Greg allow citizens to communicate through Facebook and Twitter to the mayor and city leaders 4 times a year. Residents of Jefferson County spend nearly $3 billion each year on food. Why not have more of that money stay in the community? Well, Louisville recently received 2 grants to support food-related programs that do just that. Louisville's Farm to Table initiative will continue its efforts to connect farmers and consumers, and also add a new low-interest loan program thanks to a $120,000 grant from Kentucky Agricultural Development Board. A new $250,000 low-interest Louisville agribusiness loan is targeted to businesses processing food grown by Kentucky farmers. Both grants will be fully matched by the city.
We have contributed vast amounts of time, energy, and there's great talent and expertise that has come around the table.
6 teams of artists recently presented their ideas for 2 public spaces at a forum held at Metro Hall. The mayor, Louisville Commission on Public Art, and public heard planned details from the artists and got an opportunity to ask questions. By the end, 2 teams prevailed.
It takes your breath away when you walk around a corner and you look down along Boulevard and there's something at the end of that says, wow, and it just makes your mind go in different ways.
The goal of the presentations was to encourage creative, out-of-the-box thinking and create a forum for exchanging ideas. Inspired by his mom at a young age to volunteer, it was fitting that Mary Lee Fisher joined Mayor Fisher to meet area seniors at the Kling Center in Old Louisville, pack meals, and deliver them to elderly homebound residents.
I'm one of 5 kids, and when my mom was raising us, she would always take time during a hectic week to deliver Meals on Wheels. And that had such an impact on me as a youngster, seeing this crazy household with all these moving parts, that she would take the time to go out and help other people.
It was part of the National Mayors for Meals celebration, which aims to increase the awareness of senior hunger and encourage people to help. If you'd like more information on volunteering for the program, call 574-6917. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the 502 Report. Until next time, take care.
Metro TV, a public service of Louisville Metro government.